Now at 6, as a big manufacturing plant closes in Miami, the city works to find employment alternatives. Plus, the latest on Southwest Missouri law officers injured in this week's deadly shootout. And Missouri Southern unveils its new crime-fighting and public safety lab.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Hundreds of workers have lost or are losing their jobs in Kansas and Oklahoma after federal prosecutors charged the owners of Hopkins Manufacturing with fraud. In Miami, more than 80 will be out of work. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. Federal authorities say a multi-billion-dollar fraud scheme bankrupted parent company First Brands, an auto parts company. Founder and CEO Patrick James and his brother Edward are accused of wire fraud, bank fraud, money laundering, managing a continuing financial crimes enterprise, and more. KOAM's Kenny Foreman spoke with officials in Miami about the local impact.
Earlier this week, Hopkins Manufacturing announced that it would be closing down multiple plants, including the one right here in Miami, leaving its employees out of work.
It was tough news to handle. We've been working closely with those employees. The HR manager, she contacted me and we had kind of a long conversation about that, but it's very tough news. A lot of these people are now in a really bad, tough situation.
When the news became official, Oklahoma Works got right to it to help the impacted employees get back on track.
I'm very proud of our community and the surrounding communities for how we've kind of rallied and gathered together to help these employees. So a lot of companies are hiring, they're actively hiring, so we've been able to make contact with a bunch of those.
For Miami Mayor Bless Parker, the news is disappointing, but he's confident the property can be put to good use in the future.
Anytime somebody loses their jobs, it's an economic impact. But as a city, we had no control over what happened. This was a total mismanagement by a corporation that is being handled through a court system at this point. Not really much we can do about that. But now we have an 86,000 square foot facility that's open.
And though he understands many might be hurting at the moment, he's determined to do his part in helping the city respond.
Something like this happens that's totally out of our control, whether it be the employees, whether it be the city officials, or the community as a whole. We can't let ourselves be dragged down by this. I know that's easy for me to say because I still have a job, but don't let this get you down. Good things are coming. Everything happens for a reason.
In Miami, Kenny Foreman at KOAM News.
A number of employers are expected at a hiring fair tomorrow at the Miami Civic Center. That's going to be from 10 until 2, with the goal of helping those impacted employees find new work. Might be a nice evening to step outside. Let's check in with meteorologist Austin Stantz.
Yeah, Dow, you hit the nail on the head. A beautiful night to step outside. Take a look at these temperatures right now. We're at 6:03 this evening, and temperatures are still in the 60s across the entire region right now. Plenty of sunshine is headed out there at our High Winds Casino Cam here. Again, 6:03 this evening, beautiful sunset. Going to get some nice color saturation in there tonight. Take a look at these temperatures overnight tonight. My goodness, it's going to be mild in the 50s still by 10 o'clock this evening. Now, taking a look at what we can expect over the next 10 days, yeah, we're going to be above average, but take a look at that drop. We dropped down. We got our next system coming in. That could also bring some rainfall. That's also going to cool us down. When are we going to see most of that rainfall? Well, we're going to time it all out in my full forecast, but right now we're looking at this weekend, so we'll talk about that and how it may affect those weekend plans coming up.
Catching a few. 2 deputies continue to recover after Tuesday's deadly shootout near Reed Spring, Missouri. The gunfight killed 2 other Christian County deputies. Now injured Deputy Josh Wall from Christian County, he suffered a gunshot wound to his upper leg and underwent major reconstructive surgery. Deputy Austin McCall from Webster County was shot 4 times and remains hospitalized.
He's a very brave man. He's also a goofball and quick-witted, but I think more importantly, he's the type of person that makes everybody around them feel better about themselves, and that's the kind of people that we need around here. That's the kind of people we need in the world.
The sheriffs from Webster and Christian counties say they visit their deputies daily and promise continued support throughout recovery. Christian County Sheriff Brad Cole says Wall is doing well despite limited movement. Funerals for deputies Gabriel Ramirez and Michael Heislope are set for Saturday, 1 p.m. at James River Church in Ozark. Missouri Southern State University celebrated its new Public Safety and Forensics Institute with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. The expanded space features hands-on technology for criminal justice students, including fingerprint scanners, ballistics cameras, crime scene 360-degree scanners, an impaired driving simulator, and a use of force simulator. The project cost about $250,000, with half funded by the state, the other half matched by the university.
I guess what I would say is that we encourage students to come and take a look at our program. We would like to highlight the difference between our program and some others that are out there. We think that we have a much greater program than a lot of them.
University leaders say the goal is to give students real-world experience with the same equipment they'll be using in the field. Just a reminder, elections are just around the corner. The general municipal elections for the Show Me State will take place on April 7th, but absentee voting is already underway, kicked off on Tuesday. If you're a Missouri resident and you haven't registered to vote, you should know the last day to register is also just around the corner. That's March 11th. Pitt State baseball finds its program in the midst of a historic hot streak. Coming up, Ryan's going to take a look at what's driving the numbers behind the Gorillas' 14-0 start. But up first, students at Pitt State get behind the wheel of the future of diesel transportation. A brand new electric Peterbilt truck arrives at Pittsburgh State University, giving students in the automotive program a more enhanced hands-on learning experience. KOAM's Nellie Lopez gives us an insight as to how the donation prepares students for the future of heavy diesel transportation.
A brand new electric Peterbilt truck now sits in the Pittsburgh State Automotive Lab. TLG Peterbilt donated the 579 EV truck to boost hands-on learning for automotive students.
It allows us to cross over to several different classes. So our air conditioning classes can learn about the thermal management side of it. Our on-highway truck class can learn about the on-highway truck side of things. Our EV classes, our electric vehicle classes, can learn about the electric side of the truck as well.
And this truck will be used for more than just driving.
And they're all about tearing stuff down to nothing and rebuilding them. They can absolutely do that with this truck. And you know, we're here to support the university with our service and parts background at TLG. So any questions they've got, any parts that need to be replaced, we can support them in that way as well.
Jeff Vinning isn't just the director of new truck sales for TLG Peterbilt. He also graduated from PSU's automotive program 20 years ago.
We were just starting to see the Prius, we were just starting to see EVs and hybrids, and they really weren't out there in the commercial truck market. So for us to be at the leading edge of this EV revolution that we're going through right now and have that opportunity to have this truck here, yeah, it'll be an incredible way for these guys to learn more about that technology.
New wave of electric vehicles hitting the streets, creating new routes in the job field.
There's just more opportunities to continue to learn about the vehicles. But diesel heavy equipment's here to stay. It's just, again, continue to grow over the years.
In Pittsburgh, Nellie Lopez, KOAM News.
Dell says the school is incredibly grateful for TLG's donation. This truck is the EV version of TLG's most popular aerodynamic highway trucks and is priced at around $450,000. A little bit later, FFA members in Neosho serve up some appreciation for their supporters.
And while things are nice and clear out there right now, tracking our next weather maker and when that could enter the forecast. Detail coming up.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Well, just some light traffic out there on the roadways tonight. Taking a look at 32nd and Range Line. Traffic moving smoothly. Commute hour underway. Roads are dry. Skies are clear. And we just saw a beautiful sunset as well at 6:09. 60 degrees currently, so now that the sun is set, temperatures slowly making their way down this evening. Winds have calmed just a few miles per hour out of the north-northeast, around 7 miles per hour right now. Take a look at this. By 10 o'clock tonight, my goodness, we're still clear, still mild as well. Temperatures in the 50s there, even as we get ready to head into those overnight hours. It's going to be a beautiful evening, so a beautiful stargazing opportunity as well. Here's our moon phase forecast. Moon phase in its waxing gibbous phase, 74% visible. Temperatures tonight will be at a comfortable 42 degrees overnight tonight. Clear skies out there, and our next full moon is on March 3rd, but you'll have a good view of the moon tonight. So take a look out there, and we also have a planetary parade, or an alignment of 7 planets that are going to arc across the sky. There we are on Earth right there. Here we come. And there we are. Now we'll just pretend this is your bedroom, looking out your window with your telescope here. So what we have here is kind of an idea of where you need to look. So if you look further east and further up in the sky, you'll see Mars and Jupiter off to the north and the east. Look further south and west, you'll start to see Uranus in there. You'll want at least binoculars, but probably a telescope for Uranus. Now, as you look towards the south and west, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus, all going to be visible with the naked eye tonight. Neptune probably needs some binoculars for that as well, but a cool planetary event happening tonight. This is us looking south-southwest right now. Can't really see anything on the camera. You want to be out there in person, but my goodness, look at the color saturation in there. Gorgeous sunset just happened out there tonight. Hey, take a look at this. Heading into Friday morning, temperatures really comfortable in the 40s. By 9 o'clock, we're at 55 degrees. Getting ready to head into the afternoon hours, we're going to be in the 60s, breaking into the 70s for your Friday, so a nice end to the work week there. A few clouds do begin to move in as we head into Saturday, but hey, Saturday's not too shabby. 77, partly cloudy. But here's where our weather maker comes in. On Sunday, we're going to see some widespread rainfall out there. Saturday night could start creeping into the area, but it becomes more widespread heading into Sunday. Here we are Sunday morning. It's still off to our south. Take a look. Starts to encompass the entire region there, heavy at times as well. And we're also going to be riding a temperature gradient. So off to our north, they could be seeing a few snow showers there as well, because they're going to be slightly below freezing where we're on that temperature gradient line. Look at Kansas City 33, Joplin 48. My goodness, a big difference there. How much rain are we talking? Well, the heaviest rain is shifted slightly further north. So everyone's still getting in on the rainfall, which is great news because we need it. But we're looking anywhere from about a half an inch nearly to about an inch to an inch and a half in some areas. So just anticipate some consistent rainfall throughout the day, even heavy at times. Heading into Monday, take a look. 50, a bit cooler, but near 60 again on Tuesday. And then we're tracking some thunderstorms by late next week. Some of those could be on the stronger side. But hey, what a forecast over the next 48 hours.
A great few days to get outside, and really a great evening to look for some planets.
You bet.
Thanks. In Neosho, FFA set the table for its annual Businessman's Breakfast this morning. The event serves as a way for the organization to thank local supporters and donors who contributed to the program throughout the school year. Chapter members served food and visited with guests to show their appreciation. The event also marks National FFA Week, which wraps up tomorrow with Dress Like Your Ag Teacher Day. Still ahead, more than 25 local Kansas wrestlers head to the state tournament, plus a Gorilla baseball player sets an MIAA record. Brian Blank has those stories and more for us up next in sports.
We're less than 1 month into the baseball season, and Pitt State is already rewriting the record books, with their best start in program history currently sitting at 14-0 and ranked second in the country. Talking with Gorilla's first-year head coach Brock Buckingham, he emphasized his squad's depth. PSU welcomed 30 newcomers to the roster this season, adding players from winning programs who are making an immediate impact. Buckingham says that this Gorillas team is making it difficult to craft a lineup with everyone, taking advantage of their opportunities. And with the historic start, Pitt State is focused on taking it one game at a time.
We've had a different lineup every game. Now we've had our same 6 in there, top 6, but our lineup has changed every game. Each guy comes in, does their job, and everybody wants to do their part to help this team win. I trust everybody that's in that locker room. When I put their name in, I know I'm going to get their best, and it's been great so far. We have goals for the season, but we're still looking each day to win that day. And that's kind of been the message, and these guys have been really good at it.
Well, it may be hard for Coach Buckingham to craft his lineup on game day. One athlete is a staple. Gorilla star outfielder Dagan Brewer continues where he left off last season. After cementing himself in the Pitt State record books a year ago en route to an All-MIAA and All-American honors, Brewer added another accolade to his resume. In Sunday's walk-off win over Missouri Western at home, Brewer made conference history, breaking the MIAA record with his 33rd straight game recording a hit, a streak that dates back to the 2025 season. With his RBI double in the 5th inning, Brewer shattered the 28-year record held by Central Missouri's Braden Whitney.
At first that bat I was kind of nervous, next one a little bit, yeah, but then finally got it all calmed down after that. Feels pretty good, but it's just like we always say, next game, and just keep on going and try to get better and better each day.
He works harder than anybody in that cage. He works on his craft, his swing, harder than anybody I've ever been around. He really takes his job serious. He spends more time in the cage than anybody I've ever been around. Almost too much sometimes, but he gets in what he puts in this game, and it's been very rewarding, and it's really fun to watch as a coach.
Brewer and the Gorillas return to the Diamond on Friday with their first road series in conference play against Arkansas Fort Smith. First pitch set for 1 p.m. from Crowder Field. The high school wrestling season wraps up this weekend with the state tournaments in Kansas and Missouri. And for 2 local schools in the Sunflower State, they received a special celebration before heading to Salina. Students in Columbus and Frontenac lined the hallways cheering for their qualifying wrestlers. The Titans are sending 12 total wrestlers to state with 6 boys and 6 girls punching their tickets. The Raiders, they have 15 athletes competing on the big stage with 7 boys and 8 girls.
It's awesome. I'm just ready to see these young guys eat too and compete. All these young guys coming up, it's just the future of our program, and it's really cool to see them want to compete too.
It's an amazing time. I'm going to remember this forever. I just think it's just go make the best of the moment, and what happens, happens.
First time experiencing this. I mean, I've seen this a lot of times since my dad's head coach. I've been here my whole life, so I was real excited.
Having all this much support as a 4-year program just helps us get even stronger. It encourages the middle school girls to wrestle when they're in high school, and I love all the support, and I'm super excited.
That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. How 2 wounded deputies are healing with help from their law enforcement community. We're going to hear from both the Christian and Webster County Sheriffs. Plus, Instagram tackles teen safety with new parental alerts for concerning searches, and taking a midweek pause to create a mini masterpiece at the Spiva Center for the Arts. Those stories, a lot more, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Carthage R9 School District is helping families take their first steps toward kindergarten. Kindergarten First Steps at the Carthage Welcome Center gives parents a one-stop shop to enroll their children and connect with resources. Students also complete readiness screenings, checking skills like letter identification, counting, writing their name, and other basics for proper classroom placement.
They will be testing things like letter identification, ability to count, to write their name, see if they can sit still for the allotted time frame that we are given, and just get some of those basic skills under their belt.
Sitting still, that can be the hard part. District leaders say connecting with families early helps enrollment go smoothly and ensures students start their academic journey on the right foot. Austin, I know you stepped out during the commercial break to see if the planets were visible yet.
Yeah, and a couple of them out there you could see. So the best window, 6:15 to 6:30. So get out there, and why not? Bring the kids, right? Make it a spectacle. Enjoy that.
Sure.
I'll tell you what, check out these temperatures as well. Tomorrow, 75 and sunny. Sunny and 75. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it, Deb?
Liking the weather here on planet Earth.
Exactly.
Sounding good. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.